Today we are going to rank all of my personal favorite fighters for Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and Nintendo 3DS. So there's 58 total fighters in this game. That's a lot of fighters to go through. There's a lot of characters that we're going to be reviewing today. As usual, my ranking system is right here. We have my mains being at S, A's being almost the main, F being the worst, and the B to E is the in between. So we're gonna start immediately because why not get this list started, I guess. So yeah, all right. So let's start this immediately and see where I place my favorite characters. So again, I place my favorite characters based on my relevance to them, how fun they are to play, and so on. So we're gonna start the list with here. We're doing it based on the ranking of the fighters, or not the ranking, the number of the fighter. And there's 58 characters, so I can only have 6 mains in this game. So we are going to take a look and see what we can get started with, because this may take a bit because it's just, well. So starting with our list is Mario. So we are going to go ahead and start ranking Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS and for Wii U. So without further ado, let's get started. The first character in our list is going to be Mario. Now, Mario is definitely one of my favorite characters in the game. I do like him a lot. The issue is I don't think I have enough room for him. So he's definitely a favorite. I like his moves a lot. I'm gonna have to put him in A. Next up we have is Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong, he is kind of he's okay. He's not my favorite. He's just kind of big and obnoxious looking, and I don't really relate to that kind of monkey. I wish Dixie Kong was in the game again, but whatever. But he's gonna go to E. Next up we have is Link. Link is a fun character to play as. I already have another main Link that did not make it to the cut for this game, unfortunately, but he is regardless really fun to play as, so I'm gonna put him over here. Then we have Samus is next, and Samus is probably kind of fun, really fun to play as, but Samus is just kind of I don't know. Samus is cool, but I don't really relate to him that much, other than her being a woman and being a badass. So I'm gonna put her in D. And then we have Yoshi, and Yoshi is a dinosaur who doesn't do anything but lay eggs, so I don't really care that much about him. I'm gonna put him in E. Kirby, Kirby is definitely one of my favorite characters in the game. I think I may have room for him, but I'm not quite sure. So without further ado, we're gonna put Kirby in the S rank. I love that Kirby is pretty much the star of Smash Brothers, regardless of how much that's been denied. That is the star. He is the secret protagonist, the secret main character of this franchise, with Mario pretending to be. I feel like Kirby's the actual real hero of Smash. Next up is Star Fox, and with Star Fox, he's really fun because he's cool and has his weapons and gadgets, but he's not a fan favorite for me. So Pikachu is small and cool and quick and powerful, although it's not my favorite character in the game, so I'm gonna put him up in B. Not my favorite, but you're a pretty solid character. Luigi is of course the person that Luigi is going to be your favorite character if you tend to root for the underdog. So Luigi is going to be an E for me because I like Luigi, but I don't love Luigi. I don't really care that much about him. Ness has always been my main. Always will be since Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 64. He's a solid character. He's fun. He's magical. He's obviously going to go up in S. That is not surprising. Now we have Captain Falcon. He's alright. I'm not that crazy about him. He's quick and strong, but I don't really relate to him, so he's going to go back into E. Just whatever. Next is Jigglypuff, of course, another favorite of mine. She's not going anywhere. She's always been one of my other mains since Super Smash Brothers for the Nintendo 64, and she's so cute and lovable, and she's my favorite Pokemon, so she's gonna go up an S. So, alright. Next up we have is Princess Peach, and she is, she's not a bad character by any means, but she's just so annoying, you know? She's fun, but she's annoying as hell. I really don't like her personality. So with that being said, she's gonna go up in C. She's not my favorite, but, you know. Bowser is next. Bowser is cool, but like I said, I don't really care for this guy. He's just kind of big and obnoxious and strong and kind of a kinky daddy. Like, I could see myself wanting a boyfriend like that, I guess, but not me being that. No. Definitely not what I go for. And Sheik is next. Sheik is pretty cool because Sheik is like very smooth and Sheik is like very like ninja-like. So I like that about her. I like that she's secretive and her moves are pretty cool. So I'm going to put her up in D. Next up we have is Zelda. Zelda is definitely one of the more fun characters to play in this game. Zelda has a lot of moves that are just really fun to play as. She's magical and I like her look. She's very, very classy looking. So I'm going to put her up in B. Next up we have is Dr. Mario. He's okay. He's just he shouldn't have been in the game, but since he's Mario, he gets a lot of points. But I'm gonna have to put him in D. It's just I don't know why he's in the game, but he is, so whatever. Falco is next. Falco is just kind of like Fox for me. They're both very similar, although I like Fox more. So Falco's kind of like the more baddie version of him, but I do like Fox more, so he's going to go there. Now we have Marth. Marth, I feel very similar. Like, he's a really good character. He's fun, but he's so goody-goody. Like, that's all he ever does is want to save the world, and I feel like he's like the one character in the game who does not have like a backbone or like a bad vibe towards anybody or bad energy. Like, he's just too goody-goody for me. So I'm gonna put him in C. Alright. Lucina is, I love her. I love her story. I love her game. Love her energy. Love that she goes back and forth with the mask. She is definitely a fan favorite for me, and I'm going to have to put her easily in the S rank. She's definitely one of my mains who's not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. Ganondorf is next. Ganondorf is kind of slow and powerful, but, you know, I don't really like him. I don't like playing as him, but it is kind of fun to play as a villain. And to play the most evil character in the game is kind of a guilty pleasure, so he gets some points. I'm going to put him up in E. And Mewtwo is next. Mewtwo is a really fun character to play as. I would say he's really fun to play as. He's not my favorite character in the game, but like he's definitely a really fun character to play, so I'm going to put him up in B. I like that he can move and teleport and he has psychic powers. I don't think any other character in this game is going to have psychic powers but him, but welcome aboard. And next up we have is Roy, and Roy, I don't know. He's just kind of like everyone's homeboy, but I don't really care that much about him. Just a Game & Watch, just pretty basic. Like I said, I always say this, he was a joke, and the joke's over, so you're still in the game, so it's kind of getting redundant. So he just goes down to E. Meta Knight is next. Meta Knight is pretty cool, but I think that he kind of just is too mysterious for me. I like that he's quick and fast, and he was like very powerful before in his other games, but he's, you know, he's whatever. He's there, so bring him back, I guess. Pit is next. Pit is one of the really fun characters to play as, in my opinion. I really like to play as Pit. I think Pit's really fun, and he shoots arrows, and I like that he's very verbal. So he's going in B. Dark Pit is the same as Pit. The only difference is Dark Pit's arrows are harder to control, but they're stronger, and his side B is Electroshock, which is stronger, but he's so fun. I'm really glad they brought him into the game. I didn't really know much about him until he got included into his game, and I did play his game, by the way, but I'm really happy he's in the game, so he's definitely going to go in S rank. He's the dark version of myself, I would say. Zero-Suit Samus is next. Zero-Suit Samus is she's just too sexy for me. I don't like being that sexy, but she is very sexy, and she gets some points taken away because of that. But I'm gonna put her up in D. Wario, just nasty, gross. I don't like that character. I don't relate to him. He's just ugh. I don't really care about him. Like, he is gonna be the first character to go into F rank because you will never see me playing as him. Not really. Ike is next. Ike is pretty fun. I like Ike a lot. Ike is very strong, and he's just like the more realistic version of Marth. He's a good person, but he's also capable of doing things he has to do that people would deem as wrong. So he gets more points for that because he's more realistic. So I'm gonna put him up in B. Next up is Charizard. Charizard is pretty fun as well. They kind of removed Pokemon Trainer in the game. They only included Charizard of the starter Pokemon, and Charizard is really fun. So I'm going to put him down in B. Charizard's definitely a solid character, you know. Alright, next up is Diddy Kong. Annoying monkey. If you were Dixie, you'll get a lot more points, but it's okay. I like that he's quick and fast, and he's not powerful, but that's something I relate to, but you're not my favorite anytime soon. Lucas is next. Lucas is one of my favorite characters. He's strong, he's magical, he's really cool, he is fun. I love that they included him in the game, and because of that, he's going to get some points. And I love that he's just like Ness, but a little bit different, enough to be his own character, so he's not a clone. Maybe a semi-clone, but he's not a clone, so welcome aboard. And next we have is Sonic. Sonic is okay again. I'm glad he's in the game. Sonic definitely needs to be in this game, but just, too fast. Not really my favorite. King Dedede is next. King Dedede is a character that's okay. He's strong and powerful, but I'm not a big fan of him. So I'm going to put him over by Donkey Kong. I think he's more fun than these two other giants, but he's not my favorite though, honestly. And Captain Olimar is next, and he's pretty, I kind of feel the same with him. He is pretty strong and useful, but I don't like his moves that much, if I'm going to be honest. I like that he has the animals or little Pikmin to attack people with, which is an interesting concept, but I'm not that big about it. So, next up is Lucario. I like Lucario, uses Aura, and his attacks are based on damage input that he receives. He is one of my favorite Pokemon as well. Of course, he's one of the most popular Pokemon out there, so he deserves to be in Smash, and he's going to go up in B. He is fun. And Rob, least favorite character. I don't like this guy. He's a robot. It's annoying. I don't care for him. I never play as him. He's just not my favorite character at all. So he's going to go down there. Toon Link is next. Toon Link is one of my favorite Link versions of the game. He's cool and nimble, and he's toony and more animated, and I like that a lot. So he's going up in B. Villager. Alright, Villagers is one of my newer mains that took me a while to learn to appreciate, but I do love Villager a lot. I think Villager is a really good character, and I'm noticing with every Smash game, I always pick a new main off of the roster, and Villager became that main for that roster. So Villager is going up in S rank. And now with 58 fighters, I can only have 6 mains, so the S rank is finally complete. Unfortunately, I have to take Kirby down. I did not realize there's no room for you. I'm sorry. I always forget, Kirby's definitely one of my favorites, but there's no room for him, so this is pretty much my mains in the game are these 6, and the mains that didn't make it but almost did are these guys. So the melee character is going, but Kirby, you can try next time. Sorry, Kirby. Alright, Mega Man is next. Mega Man is also a character I wanted to be as a main, but there's no room for him, so he's going up in A. I do like him a lot, but it is what it is. If there's no room for you, then I can't include you in the game. I am sorry. Wii Fit Trainer, don't care about her or him or whatever they want to be called. They're just whatever. They're not really my favorite. Rosalina and Luma, kind of feel, she gets some points, but I don't really care that much about her as well. She's one of those characters that I just never really gained a lot of interest to play as. Little Mac, I don't like that he sucks in the air, and I love to be in the air in the game, and he's just too, punchy for me, I'm just definitely not a favorite at all. Greninja is very fun to play as. I will say Greninja is a frog who's a ninja, and that's a cool concept. He's going up in B rank. He's a very fun character. He's also my favorite Pokemon as well, if you guys did not know. Brawler is another favorite character of mine. However, there's no room for him, so he's going down to A rank. But he's a really fun character. Like, he's a very fun character, you know. I really like that he's in the game. So, welcome aboard. But no room for you, unfortunately. Same with me, Zord Fighter. I feel very similar to this character, you know, very fun, just no room. Same with me, Gunner. They're kind of fun, but I like the Mii Brawler a lot more than them, but they're still solid characters, so I'm not going to pretend they're not. Palutena is next. Palutena is kind of a really fun character, but she loses some points. I think she's more fun than Peach, so she's going over there, but she's definitely a solid character to play as. Pac-Man is next. Pac-Man is... I don't really care about him. It's cool, I guess. There should be another Pac-Man character maybe, but... not a big fan. Robin is next. Robin is going to be one of my other favorite characters, but there's no room for this guy, so... with that being said, Robin, I like this character a lot, but there's some things that I'm missing about him and her. I like they're magical and I have Zords, but they are just missing some stuff for me to be a favorite with. And, Shulk is next. Shulk he's okay. I mean, he's better than the E rank characters, because I like that he can change his powers, or his, like, you know, his speed stuff, or the Mundo Arts, I believe that's what they're called. But he's not a favorite for me, so I'm going to put him down over there. Bowser Jr. loses a lot of points because he's in that stupid card thing. Don't like that about him at all. I think he's a fun character, but I really don't like that. I wish they didn't add him in the game. I love when he's like doing his recovery because you get to see him not be in it, which is weird for me to say, but whatever. And next up is Duck Hunt. I like that he's a dog and a duck, and they're attacking together like a duo, but they're not selling it for me, so I'm going to put them up in E. They're not my favorite characters, but they're not the worst either. Ryu is next. Ryu is old bright. He's just, Sakura, bring her to Smash, but Ryu, not a big fan. So you're going down over there. Sorry. And then Cloud is pretty fun to play as too, but he's just not my favorite character in the game, so I'm going to put him up in E rank. He's just missing some things for me to like be in love with him, you know, but I would say he's not a bad character, but he's just not really my favorite anytime soon. Corrin is next. We are almost there. Corrin is just, he's really fun. The concept of being a dragon and a human, and he's really cool, and I like that a lot, so he's going up in B. Last but not least is Bayonetta, the most broken character in the game, which I'm sure you all know the history with Bayonetta and how broken she is, but she's just too sexy for me, and she's too annoying, but she's not the worst either, so I'm putting her over there. And here you have it. Here is my list of characters, so we are going to review and see. These are my favorite characters for Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS and Nintendo Wii U, so thank you so much.